Okay, hopefully my vital won't cut off after 2 seconds here, and I can talk about a topic without having to repeat myself. And I had said some things yesterday that I might not be able to repeat off the top of my head, and I'd have to think really hard of some of the things that I said, because I'm doing this, freestyle way of commenting and narrating. But one of the more popular topics that people are talking about is the supposed death of Osama bin Laden. And people are talking about it, and you can see it all over the internet. But the White House hasn't released, the photos as of yet, and they're still weighing whether or not they should release it to the public, release the pictures of the supposed dead Osama bin Laden. And some people say that this is a political stunt for Obama's candidacy for running for re-election in 2012. And they're saying, it's a stunt for the political gain of Obama. And a lot of people will probably vote for Obama again, because they're persuaded that he did have a big part in finding Osama bin Laden, and that led to his death. But a lot of Islamic scholars are really, saying that it's all a conspiracy due to the fact that, Osama bin Laden was buried at sea, rather quickly, before people could actually, study the body even more. So a lot of Islamic scholars are criticizing the way the U.S. handled the so-called death of Osama. And, I would think Osama's faithful followers and soldiers and his organization, I'm sure they were well prepared. Even if it is true that Osama died, I'm sure they're well prepared of the worst case scenario, in that bin Laden does die. I'm sure that has ran across their minds, and I'm sure they have contingent plans as of what to do next in the case where their leader Osama bin Laden dies. So they probably have someone that will replace him as a public figure, leader. And that's for the Islamic what people call al-Qaeda, and you know, that organization might or might not even believe that Osama is dead. So, you know, there are newspapers in Pakistan, Afghanistan, and the Middle East. I'm sure there are newspapers reporting of Osama's death. And Pakistan is a little upset and irritated at the way the U.S. led the attack in Osama's supposed hideout. And the U.S. is now looking at Pakistan in a different light, and they're rethinking what the country's true motives are, and they're thinking about cutting the aid to that country, the aid that we give. And me personally, you know, I don't believe in all the hype, you know, all the news. You know, it's real easy just to claim that Osama is dead, and there hasn't been really any evidence brought out to the public for me to think that Osama Bin Laden is dead. And so, you know, with his immediate burial at sea for his body, you know, it's real suspicious. It's real suspect for me for U.S. Military to handle the situation that way. And you know, I guess it's a little too late now to take DNA tests. I mean, I don't even know how you're able to identify Osama Bin Laden to be the true Osama Bin Laden, but I guess you would have to have had his DNA in the first place in order for you to match it. Or another way would be to, I don't know, match his DNA to one of his family members. I guess that's one way of finding out if Osama is truly that person that they killed. And so, you know, I have my doubts, and I probably will have that thought, you know, of doubting the news, and that's gonna, you know, not gonna change my mind for a long time. But anyway, this is USS Princeton 2004 signing out. I have to cut this video.